this video today, I'm going to be making some bows with items that I purchased mostly from the Dollar Tree. So I'm using this beautiful ribbon here with little cups of coffee, whatever they are, with whipped cream. Okay, so I'm going to be, it's not exactly a tutorial, but I'm going to be looping the ribbon and just keep doing the loops and gathering them in my finger there until I'm happy with how many loops that I'm getting. I'm gonna pinch it and then I'm gonna secure it with that chenille stem in white. You'll see what I mean. Now this video is a part of a collaboration called Ribbons and Bows Open Collaboration, and it is this evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And let me tell you who's hosting. Well, you have myself, the Grace Life DIY Home Decor. We have Jennifer at Home, Sandy Lynn's Home and Garden, and May's Design Corner. After I finished cutting the tail, I did loop enough that I had some excess on the bottom where I pinched. And what I did was I cut a little bit on each side of that and then used the chenille stem to tie that down. That secured everything in place, and then all you have to do is just poof the bow. Now, I also butterflied the ends, so let's take a look. So I have to say, this was the first time I was making this bow, and I'm really loving it. Isn't that beautiful, guys? So no matter what ribbon you're using, this is what it's going to look like once it's done. And of course, the excess chenille stem will help you attach it to whatever it is you want to embellish. Let's move on to the next bow. Alright, so we are using the chenille stem for these bows, and I'm just using the leftover ribbon, guys. So we're just going to decide how long we want it and then just keep rolling it into itself. Okay, and then we're going to use the scissors to go ahead and cut a little bit on each side in the middle, and then use the chenille stem to tighten it and then poof it up. using pastels because I used what I had in my stash. So here we are making a different type of bow with a smaller ribbon. This one did not have a wire. And so I'm going to be having a tutorial on these bows, guys. So, or you can slow the video down. This one was so easy. It was unbelievable. I used my 2 fingers to spread out how wide and how big I wanted this bow, and then look how easy it is to just tie it to itself. And then you have the 2 ribbons that are dangling from the bottom, and then all you need to do is either butterfly or cut at an angle. Look how pretty that is. I of course attached the chenille stem in case I wanted to place it on something. So here you decide how long you want the tail, and then you want to go ahead and keep looping it, as many loops as make you happy, guys. And then use the chenille stem. I use the ribbon and the chenille stem to tie the loops together, and voila. All of the bows, but this one definitely is my favorite. So I made something similar, a tutorial on the Bestie bow. This one's a little bit different because I call it the reverse. So you'll see what I mean. So first we need to decide how big we want the loops. Then we need to decide how long you want the tail. And so that's what I'm doing here, is trying to figure that out. And once you do that, let's go ahead and finish cutting as many ribbons as you decide you want to use. I decided to use 6. Once the ribbons are cut, we place them together and I butterflied them. You don't have to. You can go at an angle. It all depends on what you like. But we're definitely going to butterfly both ends. so now what we're doing is we're picking up the ribbon and then we're making a loop. You decide how big you want that loop and pinch. Okay, now when we grab the second one, we're going to turn it around, which is what makes this the reverse. So we're going to do one tail facing up, one tail facing down, one loop facing up, one loop facing down. I hope you could see that here, but if not, as I said before, I will be doing a tutorial and going at a slower pace. To say this is my first time doing this myself, but I think it came out absolutely beautiful. I'm not sure if it's the pink, I'm not sure what it is, which I absolutely love this ribbon with that filigree on it, but it came out absolutely gorgeous and I love them all. I don't know if I said this before, I love all the bows, but this one here is definitely my favorite. So once we have that chenille stem twisted, it's time for us to go ahead and start poofing everything out, the ribbons and the loops. Definitely gorgeous, guys. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you where I attached at least 3 of these. So now don't forget that you can actually attach the ribbons to the actual stem of the flowers you're using, or you can go ahead and use a skewer, or you can tie it to the vase. So it really just depends on the shape of the vase. But so here we are. I'm attaching I call it the curly ribbon with all the loops. We attach that one, and this one is my favorite because it has that big pink bow. And then with the red one, I'm attaching a bow there, and I think that one is also one of my favorites. But this pink, there's just something about the vase, the pink, and especially that poofy bow. So these came out amazing. Let's head on over to the reveal. You enjoyed enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed creating it for you. If you liked the video, click like, share, and comment. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can get notified each and every time I upload a video. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless you guys. Amen.